about to let y'all know how we rep the Cowboys out here in the DMV. Hey.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy John G, and I'm back with another one. I can't see too many people out there right now, but in the comment section, please raise your hand if you're sick to death about talking about Dez Bryant and beating that damn dead horse. Because I know that I am. And this is why I created this video for you guys out there who are sick to death about talking about that and just want to move forward with the draft. We're going to talk about the draft here. We're going to talk about what the Cowboys are looking at. We're going to talk about the pre-draft visits. We're going to talk about some of the Dallas Day participants. And we're going to talk about some of the guys that the Cowboys brought in for workout. Now, if you guys are looking at my sheet right now, you're probably wondering, like, where did I get this stuff from or why things are highlighted. I'll explain that. But I got this information from Blogging the Boys, and this was recorded on the April 7th, so there's some things that could change. Right now, we're going to focus on the most important part of this board, which is the official visits. Because if you guys have noticed, since 2007, only one guy was drafted that wasn't an official visit, and that was Mo Claiborne. Other than that, everybody else, first round, been an official visit. Now, that's on the left column right now, and I'm going down. But you see guys like Harold Landry, Vita Vea, Taven Bryant, Deron Payne, Arden Key, Breland Speaks. That's 6 defensive linemen. They have 5 receivers, guys that you got, for the most part, that you guys know. Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore, James Washington. Antonio Callaway, you guys, make sure you highlight that name because Antonio Callaway is definitely a beast, man. He's somebody at Florida that really did not have a quarterback. And the reason that I know this is because some of my best friends are Florida Gator fans. I've been watching Antonio Callaway for years, man. And let me tell you, the dude is just as explosive as Christian Kirk, but you haven't heard about him. Trust me when I say this. Go watch Antonio Callaway. The guy can play. In my opinion, this year, he's this year's Stephon Diggs. He has red flags because you've heard about maybe like an off-field suspension or two or something like that. But the guy can actually play ball. Darius Fountain from Northern Iowa. I haven't had a chance to look at him, but he's somebody to looking at in the 5th or 6th round. Then you go down O-lineman, you got 5 of them. James Daniels. So the highlighted section means that these guys are on here more than one time. So James Daniels is also on for a private workout, as DJ Moore was. We can go down to linebacker, where you got Rashawn Evans, Leighton Vander Esch, and Darius Leonard. Darius Leonard stands out to me because, you know, he's a MEAC guy. You know, I'm a Howard guy. I got to show the MEAC love, man. But just knowing that if you actually seen his tape, he has some pretty good size. I believe he's 6'3", 220 pounds. Moves pretty well. Probably, you know, I got to show him MEAC love because remember we had Kevin Durant, Justin Durant on our team, and he's from the MEAC. He went to Hampton or whatnot. So hopefully we do draft him somewhere in this draft. I would love that, man. I would love it, and he can play some ball too. We had 2 running backs, Edo Smith. Naeem Hines from NC State. Hines, I would love to draft him. He's something that I believe we're missing in our offense, which is speed out of the backfield. Not just necessarily pure speed, but we need quickness. We have Rod Smith, who's a pretty big bruiser. Zeke Elliott, who can do it all. But I think that we need that change of pace, type of quick little mouse in the backfield. Terrell Edmonds, I believe it's Tavarius Moore from Southern Miss. I got to do a little bit more film study on him, but I've heard great things about him. And then to round it out, we have Tracy Walker, who's a safety. So we're going to look at Dallas Day and a couple of notable names. Connor Williams. You know, guys, I love Connor Williams. To be honest, if we drafted Connor Williams at 19, I wouldn't be pissed off at all. I love Connor Williams. I don't – like last year he played hurt, but if you watch his tape, man, his tape speaks for itself. He's very nasty. I believe they can kick him in at guard. Deshaun Elliott, they have him going to the 4th to 5th round. Sorry, I got to change that real time. I love Deshaun Elliott as a player. I believe that there's some fundamental flaws in this game or whatnot that he can probably get the kinks out. But I think that as far as somebody that's around the ball all the time, he's one of those guys. Trey Quinn, sleeper right there out of SMU. Now, I know a lot of guys are saying, oh, he's a white receiver. He's from SMU. They're trying to get another Cole Beasley. Nah, he's much bigger than Cole Beasley. In my opinion, he's a different type of receiver. Trey Quinn can play some damn ball if you haven't seen him already. Then a lot of these other guys are pretty much just toss-aways, kind of crapshoot kind of guys, mostly free agents. But I want you guys to take a look at this. Look at how many of these guys are quarterbacks that are picked that are going to be undrafted free agents. Now, that's a red flag to me, and I'll explain it a little bit later. But let's go to the private workouts. You got James Daniels, Leighton Vander Esch, Will Hernandez, DJ Moore, Christian Kirk. Nathan Shepard is a guy that I heard a lot about on the draft show. I watched some tape on him, man, and he's absolutely stout at the Division II level. He did pretty well at the Senior Bowl while he was there. So watch out for him. Malik Jefferson is there, linebacker from Texas. Hines again, Deshaun Hamilton, Traquan Smith from Central Florida. Traquan Smith is a pretty good receiver from Central Florida. Fred Warner, my man Derek Daney. He sent me emails yesterday, and that was one of the guys that he wanted me to take a look at. So I take a look at Fred Warner. Darius Leonard again. And then there's a couple other guys. Let's look at their round projections. There's a couple of guys that I didn't talk about who are pretty much 7 to free agent projections. So knowing this list, let me tell you some notable things, guys. And I'm not trying to take a whole bunch of your time. But out of the breakdown, we have 5 defensive ends, 4 defensive tackles, 17 wide receivers / 18 because one of the guys was a quarterback and a receiver. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, Devontae Kincaid was both. We have 4 centers, 4 guards / 5, 3 tackles / 4. So then Colton Miller is the guard tackle, so that's why it's that way. 6 linebackers, 4 running backs, 8 safeties, 6 quarterbacks / 7. But out of those 6 / 7, only one, I don't even believe any of them. I don't believe any of them are slated to be drafted. So you guys kind of get where I'm going with this? 2 tight ends. One of them a 6th round projection. David Wells is a 6th round projection. And then the other tight end is going to be an undrafted free agent. Yeah, 1 kicker and 1 punter. That's neither here nor there. But the biggest thing that stands out to me are the quarterback and tight end positions, which is complete bullshit. I'm going to call it what it is. It's complete bullshit. Like, you can't preach competition at the wide receiver position where you got 17 to 18 of those guys, but you're not going to preach competition at the quarterback position. And you're not going to preach competition at the tight end position. Positions that we need depth. Haven't we seen where Tony Romo went down years and we didn't have a competent backup to come in? Dak Prescott, yes, Dak Prescott is our quarterback. But to just keep that position where there's nobody coming in to even keep the fire there, to keep Cooper Rush comfortable is complete bullshit. They're not trying to get better at that position. They're trying to make people feel good. Tight end. As much tight end talent in this draft, you can only sum up 2 tight ends for visits. Now, I'm trying to keep this as positive as possible, but when you got 17 receivers, you mean to tell me you couldn't, like, take maybe a couple of those slots and move them for tight end where we can actually get a look at some of these athletic tight ends out here? Are we trying to win football games, or are we trying to make guys, I don't know, are we trying to sit around the campfire with marshmallows or something like that for certain guys? Now, I get it. Maybe they're trying to push a narrative, but nah, man, we're trying to win football games. I absolutely like what they're doing with the linebacker position. I like what they're doing with the safety position somewhat, but I still don't believe that they're using the resources they can at the safety position because there's still guys out there like Justin Reed. I got a name out there. Well, I mean, they took a look at Armani Watts at Texas A&M, but he didn't look too good. But who knows, man? Let me know what you guys think about this official visit list. In my opinion, there's certain areas like I believe Isaiah Wynn isn't on this list for a guard, and I believe that that's an absolute mistake. It's a mistake not to have Isaiah Wynn on this list. It's a mistake not to have Anthony Miller on this list for a receiver. That's a mistake. It's a mistake not to have more than 2 bum-ass tight ends on this list. That's a mistake. And it's a mistake not to be looking at any other quarterbacks that could fall to you because we have 10 picks as it stands right now. And unless we're going to package something, you got to take the best players available. And that might be a quarterback. That might be a tight end, the way that this draft is going. But let me know what you guys think. I appreciate your support. I want to try and keep dropping you guys gems as I see it fit. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you think is missing from this list? Because you know what? A lot of the time us fans don't get the input. I'm going to give actual Cowboy fans who I love to chop it up with the input on who you think is missing from this official visits list. All right? I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, hit that bell every time I do a video so that you get notification. All right, guys. Peace.